Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, consultant audiologist and director of WAXscope. Thank you for joining me in my latest video using the WAXscope. And here we have a patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding, very sticky, dense, dark earwax. And bless them, they were very anxious about having their earwax removed. There's no previous negative experience. It's the first time they've had the procedure performed, but I can kind of understand if you're going to the dentist for the first time, for example, and you're not sure what to expect. It can be a bit overwhelming, but this patient had been watching a few of my videos before, which put her a bit of ease. Now, because the wax was really dense and sticky, it's quite hard to suction, so I've just put some medical grade olive oil into this patient's ear, and what the oil does, it just softens the surface of this plug of wax. It lubricates the inside of the suction probe as well, which is really important because when you've got dense wax like this, as it gets vacuumed up, it can quite easily block the inside of the suction probe, and it just helps to coagulate the wax a bit better. And so we just past the first bend, we can see some of those hairs, and I'm just slowly loosening this off the canal wall, just trying to separate it. So here you've got some thick keratin, so it's like almost glue-like, and it's stuck to the outside of the wax plug, and it's also in contact with the canal wall. So if by separating that, it's just going to make it a bit easier. Now, I've cleared the outer half, so this inner plug is a lot deeper, it's a lot more impacted, and they have got quite a bendy ear canal, particularly their left ear. So this is the patient's right ear. When you see their left ear, you see it's, the ear canal, it's wide and then it narrows, and then it's quite bendy. So I'm just going to go back in with a speck. I'm going to try and stretch and straighten this ear canal. So just to the left, you can see that flesh. That's the second bend. So that's about half a cent. So that's about a centimetre into the ear canal. And the average ear canal is about 2.6 centimetres. So I'm just slowly bring this forward. There's quite a few matted hairs there, which can make it a bit more tricky. And at the top where I'm working now, you can see a lot of dead skin. So that translucent sheath, that's dead skin, and that skin, you may be able to see it's wrapped around the wax plug. You can see it's coating at the bottom, and as I'm vacuuming, some of that skin is getting suctioned up, leaving behind the wax plug, and I'm just wriggling it through the entrance. So just going to re-enter. So there's a bit of residual non-significant soft wax around the edge, but that's fine. It's not a problem. A bit of wax is good for us, and we're not going to attempt to remove it in a patient who's particularly anxious to begin with anyway. So this is their left ear. It's a lot more bendy and narrow at the entrance. I'm using the right-hand side of the specular to stretch that first bend. So we're resting. I've just put some medical grade olive oil in straight away because I can just tell by the consistency it's going to need it. And I'm just working at the bottom here initially. Going to try and lift this from the floor of the ear canal. Then we go into the top. So this is a lot more dense actually, and the wax is a bit darker beyond. So it's coating the skin as well. So as I'm vacuuming, the skin's coming away and it's revealing the wax behind it. So I'm just lifting this off the floor of the ear canal because this ear canal is a bit bendy and there's a bit of a downwards and then upwards trajectory. So we're just lifting it out of that kind of little ditch. So at this point, the second bend is quite narrow. So I'm really having to kind of tease this through. There we are, just managed to get some of it out, but it's separated. So the plug, there is some wax behind that. I'm just changing the focus because this is quite lateral now. So it's almost, the exterior's got a honey syrupy consistency. So the ear canal's actually unoccluded now. This is just some residual wax skin just at the entrance. I'm just going to mop this up a little bit for the patient. There's a bit of a significant piece there that came away. You can see it's a bit sticky at the bottom. So I'm just going to hover over the surface of the skin, trying to separate some of this. It did really have a glue-like consistency. Once more, I'm going to stretch open the ear. I'm just going to mop up around the top part. Again, there's some residual wax just left behind. We're going to leave that, as I said. The main objective with this patient is just to get them to hear again, and don't want to overwork it. So there's the eardrums, a bit of vascularis there, a bit of a good look at me that's dilated. But otherwise, it's nice and healthy, but quite a bendy, twisty ear canal. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Do take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.